So today we're going to be going over a hamstring curl in a pigeon position, and I recommend using a bolster if you don't quite have the hip mobility here, and we'll talk a little bit about it. I like this drill because it works on hamstring engagement while your hip is moving into a little bit more external rotation, which can be useful for dynamic stability during circus tricks. So if we're talking about our pigeon position and our high pigeon position, we are talking about this tall pigeon, where my leg is fully externally rotated on the left and I am extended through the right. Now, depending on your hip mobility, when you come into pigeon, you may or may not be able to actually get this hip fully to the ground and square. And so some people will shift out to the side rather than staying fully square. If this is you, there's nothing wrong with that. You can just meet yourself where you're at. And so, you can use a bolster to support your hip so that when you are in this more elevated position, you can sit a little bit on the bolster. You can also use a yoga block, so that way you're elevated and you're not so deep into external rotation. So from this position, you are then going to maintain that external rotation and really curl that heel to your butt without falling forward, back, or twisting. And something that I want to make sure that you think about when you're in this position is that make sure your heel is pushing out to the side here. Don't let it fall in behind you. So you really want to think about maintaining this push out as you curl towards you, because otherwise you're going to be pulling unevenly through your hamstrings. And so you really want to emphasize, maintaining the external rotation through the front leg. And then as you curl, don't let it swivel in, really push out and see if you can maintain your hips square and pointed forward.